But here in Stockholm, they've gone one step further and they've included a whole trail of Easter eggs for you to find in their new underground trains. All you have to do is find a window, look very closely at the ventilation grill below it, and you might just discover something hiding there. For example, a classic video game from the 1980s. This is of course Pac-Man, and if you've ever played the game, you might be wondering where Clyde, the fourth ghost, is. And you'll be pleased to know he's here too, he's just gone over there. So that is our first Easter egg, but the real challenge here is to find all of them. And to make it worse, you'll only find them in some of the ventilation grills. Can't find any symbols in this one. This is totally normal looking behaviour, right? In other words, I am now going to have to walk around a busy Swedish metro train staring at its ventilation grills until I've found every one of the apparently 7 different Easter eggs. And at best, that's going to get me some very weird looks. Right, so I've come right out to the end of the red line at Norsborg, basically so that there's fewer people, and there's fewer people that I'm going to freak out with what I'm doing. And we're going to try and find as many symbols as possible. So, without further ado, here is my official guide to all the Easter eggs you can find in the ventilation grills of the Stockholm Metro. And we'll start with the most Swedish one. These are the 3 crowns from Sweden's royal coat of arms. You can also find them on the roof of Stockholm City Hall. But another feature of Stockholm is its many ancient oak trees, and they are represented here by these little oak leaves. Sweden is of course a country that has made a lot of money from its trees, mostly by turning them into flat-pack furniture, but arguably the Swedes' most famous export is their pop music, represented here by some play buttons. Although nowadays, the Swedes are just as famous for their video games, which doesn't really explain why they put Pac-Man here, who's Japanese. But anyway, next up are some water droplets, which I think might be a reference to the Swedish weather, except Stockholm actually has a surprisingly sunny climate, so perhaps it's a tribute to all the rivers and the lakes around here. Maybe? I don't know. We're getting to the point now where it feels like the designers were just adding whatever symbols they felt like, and I was able to find 2 more Easter eggs. Firstly, this 5-pointed star, and finally, a heart symbol. And I think that is it. That is all the Easter eggs you can find in the ventilation grills of the Stockholm Metro.